All right, my 7th grade advanced class. Let's work on 4-4, I believe we're on. Number 7. That means I got all the odd ones. The line passes through points 4 and 19 and 9 and 24. Write a linear function in the form of y equals mx plus b. We're going to use the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Over here, I can see that I'm going to make this my number 2's, this my number 1's. Remember, these are always written as x, y in alphabetical order. So my y2 is going to be my second one, y2, so that'll be 24. I'll be subtracting 19. And my x's will be 9 minus 4. 24 minus 19 is 5, and 9 minus 4 is 5. So we got 5 over 5, which is a rate of 1 over 1. Now that I know that, I can go ahead and solve this. Because I know if I'm going 1 over 1, my rate is going to be y equals, well, that's going to be x. And then we have, where am I going to be at 0? Well, I found that if when I'm at 4, I'm at 19, and I take away 5 or 4 from here, I have to take 4 from here. 19 minus 4 is going to give me 15. So that tells me I'll be at y equals x plus 15. Next, I'm going to number 11. Number 11, actually number 9, it says a car moving at a constant speed passes a timing device at t equals 0. Okay. It says after 8 seconds, the car has traveled 840 feet. Okay. What linear function in the form of y equals mx plus b represents the distance in feet? D, the car has traveled any number of seconds, which we will call t, after passing the timing device. Okay. Let's see here. It says after 8 seconds, the car has traveled 880 feet. So that means we're going 840 feet in 8 seconds. We remember at t, it says the car moving at a constant speed, a timing device at t equals 0, okay? So if we, after 8 seconds, the car went 840 feet, the linear function is going to be 840 divided by 8. Well, I know 8 goes into 8 one time, leaving me 40. And I know 8 goes into 45 times, which means this is going to be 150. And so y equals mx plus b, it looks like we're going at a constant rate here. So that would tell me it's going to be y equals 150. Oh, I take that back. I realized something in my problem here that I got to correct. This is not 150 because 8 couldn't go into 4. That means it went into 40. So my 0 would be here, and my 5 would be here. So it's actually going to be 105. And then they're using t, so y equals, it says write a linear function in this form. I put y equals m 105x, and t is the passing time of the device. I might okay, traveled any number. Okay, they're going with D and T here. So we're going to be changing Y and X here. So this is saying it represents the distance in feet, D. The distance is D. So I guess we could put this as D equals 105. T for seconds. So the number of seconds that go by times 105 will give you the distance. So I would say that we would probably want in this form with these letters since they're asking for that. All right, next we got number 11. So the graph of the line represents the cost of renting a kayak. So this is the amount of hours that go by, and this is the cost for the kayak after that many hours. Write a linear function in the form of y equals mx plus b to represent the relationship in the total cost C of renting a kayak for t hours. So again, we're looking for y equals mx plus b. The starting point here we have to find. It doesn't really tell us what it is. We can guess that it's somewhere between 4. Well, actually, if this is 4, this is 6. So somewhere between 6 and 8. I mean, we can guess that it's 7, but let's try to find the rate here and find where this point crosses through some places. I see that it crosses here. So when 2, or when it's 1, when h is 1, it tells us that C will be $10. And then I could come up here and see again it crosses here. So when h is 4, I can say that C is going to be 16. So I got 2 coordinates here. This one is 4 and 16. And this one is 1 and looks like 9. No, actually there's every one of these is 2, so this would be 10. All right. I can use my formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I know that this is going to be 16 minus 10 over 4 minus 1. I know 16 minus 10 is 6, and I know 4 minus 1, I'm sorry, 6, not 16. And 4 minus 1 is 3, and 6 divided by 3 equals 2. So my rate is going to be 2. So I know this is going to be y equals 2x plus, and now I have to see where this leads to. What would be 7? Well, it looks like I have to find out what 1 is, right? So basically I'm saying 2 over 1. So every time one of these goes by, it's going up 2. That makes sense, doesn't it? Let's find out if that's true. This is 6. This is 4 minus 1 is 3. It goes up. And I know on the surface it looks like 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. So I would say this would look like 2/3. But let's look at this carefully. 1, 2, 3. This is 2 every time, right? So it's 2, 4, 6 over, and this is going up by 1. So this is going to be, let me see, 2, 4, 6. And if it goes over 2, 1, 2, that's actually just going to be 2. So 6 divided by 2 would give me 3, I would think. Let's double check this here. Gone up. That's 2, 4, 6, and then 1, 2. So now I got to double check my work. I'm actually starting to second guess myself here. And that's probably because I'm realizing right here, this is not a 4, this is a 3. I'm glad I've seen that. So that's going to change everything. And you see how crucial it is to double check your work when you're looking at these graphs, because this here where I thought was a 4 is actually a 3, and that changes my whole rate. Okay, so this is going to be 3 minus 2, or 3 minus 1, which is 2, and that's the rate that we thought it was with the rise over run. I'm glad we did that. So now 6 over 2 is going to actually equal 3. All right, let's try this again. That means this rate is going to be 3, because 3 over 1 is 3. And now I have to see how many is it going down. Well, 3 over 1 means it goes down 3 every 1. So if I'm at, let's see, this is 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm at 10 there. If I'm going to go down 3 from 10, well, 10 minus 3 will be 7. So that would be y equals 3x plus 7. All right, let's go to number 13. A store sells packages of comic books with a poster. Write a linear function in the form of y equals mx plus b that represents the cost y of a package containing any number of comic books. Well, it says here 1 poster and 6 comic books is $12.75, or 1 poster and 13 comic books is $19.75. Wow. Okay. So this tells me right now we've got, if I was to make 2 coordinates here, one would be when x is 6, y is 12.75. And when x is 13, well, y is 19.75. Remember, we use the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. If I do this, I'm going to take 1975, that'll be y2. I'm going to minus 1275. I'm going to put that over 13 minus 6. Remember, this is x, this is y, this is x, this is y. I'm labeling with this one 2, and I'm labeling this one 1. Okay? That's why we have y2, y2, and y1 over x2 minus x1. I know that 75 minus 75 is 0, and 19 minus 12 is going to give me 7. So the top is going to be 7, and 13 minus 6 is 7. So 7 over 7 tells me I got a rate of 1. Now, that means for every 1 I go over, 1 I go up. That helps me a lot here. Now remember, 1 poster and 6 comics gave me this. So I'm trying to find out what 0 will, because obviously this poster is going to cost some money, right? So that tells me I'm going down 1 every time, right? And for every time I go down, I need to find out when I get to 0, right? So I was at 6 here. So that tells me basically, I'm thinking $1 is going down, right? So that means if I go down 6, right? If I go down $6 here, I have to go down $6 here. And that's going to put me at 675. So now I got y equals, remember my rate was 1 over 1, so that's x. And plus, that means, that tells me that it's going to be $6.75 for my poster. All right, and I think we're ready to go from there. And I'm glad I paused there. I realized that this answer is going to be for this one up here, where this is a different question. So I'm going to move my answer here, y equals x plus 675. Now I'm going to go to this next answer. And it's saying, suppose another store sells a similar package model by a linear function with the initial value of $7.99, which shows a better deal. Well, okay, modeled by a linear function. Linear means straight line, right? With an initial value of $7.99. Our initial value here was $6.75. So which one has a better deal? I'm going to say, store A. Store A is the better deal. because we are paying more for the poster and poster at the other store. And assuming the comics cost rate is the same, we will always pay more. All right, let's go to number 15. Number 15 says, and it's like our last one, thank goodness, the graph shows the relationship between the number of cubic yards, okay, and the total cost of the mulch delivered. What is the constant rate of change? Well, let's find two dots here to go with. If I cross over here, I see this is actually right here, and then it goes up, and I feel like it crosses here. Might even cross here. I'm not sure about here, though, to be honest with you. It doesn't look perfect like it does up here. Looks like a little off. I'm going to keep looking up, and yeah, it's a little off here again, and then it's over here. So that tells me it's going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 2. So that's 5 over 2. But remember, each one of these represents, let's see, 50, 100. So 50. So that's 50, 100, 150, 200. That's 250 over 5, 10. 250 over 10. Okay. So what is, let's see, 250 y equals 250 over 10. Let's see, plus, and it looks like we started at 50. I can also remember that when I have zeros here, I can get rid of this. That means it's just 25. So y is actually going to equal 25x. Sorry, I didn't put the x over here. Plus 50. So when this problem is asking us what is the constant rate of change, the rate of change is 25. Okay? And what does it represent? It represents that for every yard, I get 25, or yeah, every yard costs me $25. So I can write that down. Every yard of mulch, right? That's what we're talking here. Mulch cost $25. Okay. And now over here, what is the initial value? As we said over here, 50. What does it represent? It represents that you're going to pay $50 for your first, let's see, $50 on top of, let's see, the graph shows a relationship between the number of cubic yards mulch order and the total cost of mulch. I'm going to say this is $50 additional added on for costs. So let's see. It initially cost $50. No, I guess that's money. Yeah, $50 for the. It will initially cost $50 more for the first 25 pounds of mulch. And that could be because maybe delivery fee, right? Could be for delivery fees or pallets used to stack the mulch on. I don't know what they're charging, but they are definitely charging more for that first bunch. All right, I think that's all mine. The rest are for you to do. Good luck and same class.